everyone. Today we are going to discuss very important topic and interesting as well. So today's topic is Paradise Lost, which has been written by John Milton. John Milton is very prolific figure of the 17th century, and first of all, I would like to give the introduction of John Milton, and because of this introduction, you can be able to relate all his work with the perspective. So basically, we are going to discuss about the John Milton and his work, Paradise Lost. First of all, John Milton is very prolific figure of the 17th century, and he worked a lot, and he has also served as a secretary in parliament, and he's Puritanist. It is a very important point, keep in mind. And after the settlement of the Puritanism in England, a monarchy has been ended and all these power has been come under the Puritans. And because they believe in pure beliefs of the Christianity, and they are, keeping away all these disruptions and disobedience of the church away from the religion. And King Cromwell is a main figure of this century, and this is a very important aspects of the Puritan time, that theatre has been closed because of the Puritanism and purity of the church. Apart from that, there are literature is also growing because of in the other direction by the broadcast, and broadcast of the dramas in other hand other way. But after closing the theater, we can see that literature is also emerging in a different genres, and especially in a writing and narrative poems in a blank verse has been emerged in that time. So Paradise Lost is a long narrative poem which has been written in blank verse, and firstly it has been published in 1667 in 10th book. It has been divided in 10 books. After that, secondly, it has been published in 1674, which has been divided in 12 books. After that, sequel of the Paradise Lost also come, and that is Paradise Regained, which has been published in 1671. And Paradise Lost has been divided in four books. And most important aspects of the Milton's life, that he has influenced by the Greek classics, Homer, Virgil, and many more critics and literary scholars. And he studied a lot. His study time period can be divided into three parts: his schooling, his college, universities, and his self studies. His self studies keep its own importance because he studied hard. At last, he also lost his eyesight, and that was a very painful moment of his life, even though he didn't lose his zeal, and he find the way. As you can see that where there's a will, there's a way. He still was engaged himself in study and writing. So one of his very beautiful sonnet on his blindness, and the line of this sonnet can be sense that how my light has been considered. So here, poet is considering his light here. Meaning of the light here is knowledge, how he is expressing his knowledge, his experience of the life for the sake of the God, and how he is showing his gratitude towards the Almighty is a matter of concern over here. So in that way, after getting some insight about the Milton, you are able to understand the great narrative poem Paradise Lost. So this book is very important, an epic poem. And because of this long narrative poem, some people can feel that it is quite boring. But when you started to read this, because of the fabric of the poem, because of the allegory and Christian narratives of the poem, you can feel great interest in it. You will not get bored. Trust me, you will feel interest while the reading of the poem, while the correcting the essence of the particular poem. This has been divided into 12 parts. It's a very long narrative poem, and so We can start with the story of the poem work of Paradise Lost. So here, story has started with the awakening, with the rising of the Saturn in the Fury Lake, which is full of fire. He is gathering the army of the all his followers to defeat the god. And he was to take out all his the power of Almighty, and in this way he started his deceiving tricks in all everything. And apart from that, here's Adam and Eve who is living their life peacefully and beautifully in the paradise, in the heaven, without any regret, without any consciousness. They are very loyal to each other, they love to each other, they are very true companion of each other. They are unaware with all the truth of their life and death. What is a life, what is a death? They are aware, they are just innocent, just like a newborn baby. They are enjoying their life. And somehow Satan has entered in the heaven. He saw them, he felt jealous, and he was eagerly waiting for the chance and how he can hurt the god. So he started to, playing the tricks. He started to seduce the Adam and Eve to do something wrong, and they try to, mislead them, and how he is trying to his how he's playing his tricks, and how he convinced both of them. Initially they denied all these facts because they have been suggested, they have been advised they don't go near the tree of knowledge by the god, because there's a fruit on the tree which have been not take anyone, which not had been taken by anyone. They have prohibited to go to the near to the tree. And because Satan has know everything, because he is very decisive by nature. And basically here we talk about the protagonist of the paradise lost. So here Adam and Eve are not playing the role of protagonist, but Satan is in the central theme. Center is playing the part of protagonist over here. So most dominating feature of the Paradise Lost is Satan and his tricks, and he started to play a tricks for making them fool, and eventually he succeeded in his efforts, in his evil efforts. And after that the disobedience, and we can say that obedience, regret, redemptions, Christian allegory, and all these things are the main concept, main notion of the work. So one side we are facing the all the tricks of Satan, and on the other hand we are also experiencing the beautiful real sacrifice of Christ, and biblical allusion can be seen everywhere. And all these literary devices has been beautifully to make the poem more alive. And we can't say that it's a only the personal opinion of the Milton. This poem, this narrative poem, can be seen as a whole, as an integrated efforts for the humankind. How Satan has trying to destroy the mankind and the humanity among the people, and in that way, and most beautifully essence of this poem, we can still relate all these parts, all these phenomena of the poem in our day-to-day life. Recently it is also relevant. After so many years we can relate each and everything with our day-to-day life. We are still fighting for the good and for the bad, for the betterment of the life. So these things still relevant. So in that way story has been proceed, and they are enjoying their life, and how they have been targeted by the Satan, and so many things were occurring between them, and the redemptions of the concept, the concept of redemptions is highly dominated in this poem. So we can understand each and everything beautifully after going through the poem, which is long but still very interesting. and every aspects of the life can be interconnected with these Christian biblical allusions and the sacrifice of Christ and the tricks and disease in nature of Satan. So basically, these are the some main themes and main motives of the poem, which can be taken as a whole. So I hope this surely helpful to all of you, and thanks for watching.